Hey everyone, so today I'm going to teach you how to transfer a photo onto a baseball. So you'll need a baseball, a photo, Mod Podge, a pair of scissors, and a foam brush. So I accidentally made the photo too big. So I just used the baseball to kind of guide myself figuring out where I needed to cut it out. Another tip is that I printed the photo out and I made a copy of it on a copy machine so that it was dry ink that I was transferring instead of the wet ink that comes out of like a photo jet printer. And then when I was tracing it, I just used the threads of the baseball to guide where I was going to be cutting it out. That made it a lot easier so I didn't accidentally cut off her headband or her ear on that picture. The next step is you're going to put a nice thick layer of Mod Podge over the inked side of the picture. That way you'll know that it's sticking really well because you want that ink to transfer itself onto the surface. So just nice smooth coat of Mod Podge. Go ahead and put it ink side down on the surface and then grab like a credit card or a debit card or something with a hard edge and start smoothing it out from the center of the picture outward. That way you're getting all the air bubbles out, you're making sure the glue is sticking to the surface, and if there are any creases because it's curved, they're not going to be in the middle of the picture or the design or the person's face that you're transferring. After a couple of hours, grab a damp cloth and put it over the image so that you're starting to soak the paper that's on that back side. Mod Podge says to do the drying time for 24 hours, but I honestly did it for like an hour or two and it was fine. So really just feel it out. You're going to use the same damp cloth after it's thoroughly soaked through. So just peel away the paper from the back of the picture. And what happens is it leaves the ink on the baseball instead of attached to the paper. So you're peeling the paper off and it's leaving the ink behind, and that's essentially how you transfer a photo. So just be really gentle when you're doing this. You don't want to accidentally scrape the ink off of it. You just want to be peeling up the cellulose from the paper. So just work at it gently. This actually took a long time, which is why it's sped up. If you've got a nice chunk like that, you can just peel it off. Otherwise, just keep working at it with the cloth or the sponge or whatever you're using to peel the paper off. When you have all the paper off, it will be very apparent because the picture will be a lot darker. If there's still paper on it, it will have like a frosted look. So just make sure you've got all of it off before you go on to the last step. I added my daughter's handprint because this one was for Father's Day. I did not video that. She is not 1 year old even, and it was very hard to do. Last, you're just going to take another layer of Mod Podge. This one's going to be thin, and you're just going to go over the ink just to really seal it onto the baseball. Make sure that it won't scrape off. Make sure that dust doesn't get on it and stick to it. So just one more thin layer. I did it over her handprint and over her picture, and then once that dried, I gave it to my husband for Father's Day. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions for videos, please let me know. And I'll see you next time, and I hope you had fun.